Hey guys, Bro Jeff, what's going on, man? We're up here in the Great Rocky Mountains, man. What is it? Today is today's Friday, September 29th, September 30th. And I'm in Anderson. I'm far west on Anderson. Salter-wise that way, Groundhog is that way, Cottonwood, Bald Hill is that way, and I can't get any further in Anderson. And I had a dream the other night. This dream was kind of crazy because it was a dream within a dream. And in the dream I was dreaming, I was at home sleeping. So in the dream I'm dreaming, and all of a sudden I start dreaming in my dream of a dream. And in the dream I was in a big city. I was in a big, huge metropolitan city, New York, Chicago, huge city. And as I looked out, the buildings were on fire. It wasn't just a fire, it was a blaze. It was an inferno. And I knew this was citywide, this is state, this was national. This country was on fire, man. It was blaze, it was an inferno. It had to be a nuclear fallout, a nuclear attack. And I got to I was up on top of a building, and there was a young fighter. He was probably 19 or 20, young guy, just like right out of the fire academy. And he was on fire. Flames were coming out of his midsection, out of his belly. And he was screaming, and he was in pain, and there was no other firefighters. And I instinctively knew that all the other firefighters were gone. And I instinctively knew we were beyond putting out the fires of the building. We were rescuing firefighters because they were on fire. And if the firemen can't put out fire, forget it. And so I ran by him and I knocked him down, and I just began to pat him on the chest and the stomach, putting the fire out. And I was just ripping off his fire gear, his coat, everything. And he was on fire. The fire was in his stomach area. And man, he was screaming and crying out, and I was able to minister to him. And then I got his clothes off him, and I found some salve, and I began to put some salve and some burn stuff on his wounds. And I was like looking at him, and he was calm, and I knew he was going to be all right. And I was like, wow, America's ablaze. Something happened here. And I turned around and I was walking away, and I looked around, I looked back at him, and I wasn't singed. There wasn't a burned mark on me. Now, I didn't have a burned hair on me. And I knew because of my Christianity. And in the dream, I think I didn't represent the pastor. I think I represented the Church of Jesus Christ. The born-again believers of Jesus Christ in the last days during a nuclear holocaust. That we were safe, and I was never fearful of the fire. In the dream, I was never scatterbrained or fearful or beyond or besides myself. I just knew I had to help this young man, and I helped him. And it's time for the church to rise up and put out fires. We got to put out fires now. We got to rescue people now. And the day's coming, and then when I'm coming out of the dream, I can't come out of the dream because I'm in two dreams. And it was kind of a crazy situation trying to get out of the first dream, out of the second dream into the first dream, then wake up. And I woke up and I'm laying in bed, and it was really hard to get my bearings. And I just got up, went to the living room, sat in my chair, did my devotion, began to pray. And the Lord started telling me, give me revelation of the dream, what's coming to America. And we need to pray. We need to cry out to God and say, God, help us, Lord. And if we'll cry out, God will hear us. If we'll repent, God will hear us. If we ask God to forgive this nation of shedding innocent blood, God will hear us. And so, God bless you. Jesus is in control, but it's time for the Christians to stand up and do what He's called us to do. God bless you. It's Bro Jeff. We'll see you soon.